I agree that Triple H does not belong, but once again, it's a WWF centric list. If that's who they want as their top 10 heel, so be it. The other 7, yeah, really, because I think he sucks, and I think he's a bad heel.
Whether or not he sucks or not.
No, I think he's a bad heel because he didn't do what heels should do, which is make the baby faces hot. He fucking killed the baby faces. He sucked as a heel because he didn't know how to fucking put people over the way a heel should.
During 2000, him being just the biggest asshole in the world, feuding with Foley, he was a great heel then.
For 2 months, good. Okay, now next.
Okay, fine.
No, seriously, for 2 months. For 2
everything
fucking
counts
months.
except what you said.
No, everything counts in fucking large amounts. Okay, not fucking like 2 months where him and where Foley fucking made him a star, right?
What
then
about
fucking
in the recent
then
Bryan
fucking 8
stuff,
years of fucking wankery.
Bryan stuff recently.
The recent Bryan stuff, Will?
That was actually good. That was a resurgence. That might make him crack my top 200.
And the fact that everyone hates him, so therefore he must be.
Yeah, but it's been a year.
You know, but does that ignore? I mean, dude, me, Dylan Hills, and Scott from Place to Be did a fucking 4-hour fucking show on Triple H. Go into Place to Be archives, and you can get our opinions on this piece of shit. He doesn't belong in the fucking top 10 heels. He might be the top 10 assholes all time in wrestling history, not top 10 heel, because as an effective heel who puts people over, he sucked at it. He did it with Batista. He did it with Bryan this past year. He fucking buried more people. With who?
Cena.
One of the big problems with him, terrible promo.
After telling the whole world that Cena sucked as a wrestler. Right, yeah, that was great. That was a great lead-up.
He gets beat by the guy.
It was a horrible program. Just because he got beat doesn't make it a good program.
Oh, horse shit.
Okay, what were we going to say, Parv?
His 20-minute promos are terrible.
They are horrendous. Horrendous.
And that is not what being a heel is about. Those promos are abysmal.
Did you hate
the whole entrance, the whole WWE entrance? Look at me.
It's not
I'm too cool for school. Let me spit at the crowd with my badass water bottle.
I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is. Earlier on, we discounted Harley Race from our list. Do you remember that? Because Harley Race's gimmick was not a villain. It was just that he was the best. Do you remember that?
Right.
Now, Triple H is that, only with water
Shittier.
and shittier.
And
Right?
everyone hating him for being a dick.
But no,
because he sucks.
No, hating him because we live in an age where we just fucking find shit out. If the guy was good in the ring, Johnny, if the guy was good in the ring for as many times as we've seen him, like it's not like Rey Mysterio, who week in and week out for like 10 years put on great TV matches. Here's a guy who stunk it up for, I'd say, half the fucking time. Half the time he was pretty decent to good with a few great matches sprinkled in. No, it's not nonsense.
How
That's
fucking
why
Ray fucking
like
part
him.
of this argument? I think we should just
because it's a perfect comparison when you look at some guy who's been on TV for a decade and keeps it interesting versus a guy who's been on for a decade that you wish would.
I watch Triple H on TV now, and he's like one of the most interesting parts of the show.
Because at a downtime for the company.
Johnny, let's just where do you put Triple H on your 50? If
it's best heels ever. Now, not this fucking high. But
he makes your list, right? Somewhere.
He makes my list, but more up in the 50s area, But
okay,
I mean, people hated him and booed him like fucking crazy. Whether or not they hated him because they believed the character was just a bad guy, or whether or not they were being so.
As the company dropped to all-time lows,
who cares? I'm talking about heel work. Heel work. Ugh. Yes, I know your buddy hates him. Fuck that. I don't care.
It's nothing to do with my fucking buddy. It has to do with watching that dipshit for fucking 15 years on my TV and
bury every single person he faced.
He's entertaining. He's a good wrestler.
It was not entertaining. He sucked. He killed shows for 30 fucking minutes every night. You had to listen to that motherfucker ramble on. Oh, I'm the game. I'm the best.
Okay.
Oh, you're too black, Booker T. Oh, you're too
that's
slow, Scott Steiner. Oh, let me spit my water. Now fuck him.
I think we have a new best impersonator. Sorry, Johnny.
That was terrible. That was the worst impersonation ever.
The only thing I didn't add was, I don't smoke pot. Fuck him.
The trouble with Triple H is that he was too.
I troll the internet.
he was too dominant as a heel, to work the role that he did. You have to put people over.
We all know that WWF has notoriously been a babyface champion company. When they went the one time when they went,
business fucking.
They picked the wrong heel.
They picked the wrong guy.
Why the wrong heel? Everyone hated him. You don't want someone that you like. God.
How about a guy like Mark Henry who actually popped business?
Yes, because that
ratings.
was 2002. You're gonna take
Mark Henry in 2002 was
Johnny,
shit on SmackDown, man.
JBL got pushed immediately into something else that he shouldn't have been into. But in 2002-ish, when you're talking about Triple H here, it should have been Mark Henry, who I think was in OVW.
Let me just ask you a quick question, though, Johnny. Ric Flair's on this list as well. Now, how many times in massive matches did you see Ric Flair put a guy away with a figure four?
Never.
How many times did you see Triple H put a guy away with a pedigree?
Yes, like after a fucking hit with a fucking sledgehammer or hit with or there's cheating, and the fact that he used that to fucking get it over was just like being a total douchebag.
Yeah, got over a fucking sledgehammer. A fucking sledgehammer. Worst weapon in all of fucking sports entertainment history.
I agree with that.
Fucking stupid. It just adds to him sucking.
There's a fact.
I think we've spent too much time on Triple H. Let's look at some of the other guys here.
It's not my fault Johnny likes shitty wrestling.
Okay.
It's not my fault that you can't get past your own little weirdness.
Would you at least would you agree, Johnny, that Ric Flair is meant to be Triple H's hero? Would you agree that he basically takes nothing from Ric Flair in his working style?
Perfect.
I think he just misunderstood Ric Flair. I think he saw what Ric Flair was doing and tried to do it, but just misunderstood completely what Ric Flair was doing.
The smartest thing the Canadians said all night.
Harley, right down to the mustache.
That mustache was an homage to fucking Lemmy, dude.
Harley was a bitch. Harley bitch
and James
for everybody.
Triple H bitch too. He fucking cowered from everybody.
For who?
Foley. Everyone. He fucking cowered from everyone and just managed to win. It was annoying, but that's what he was doing.
See, Parv, what he did was he shook his hair to the left instead of to the right to show that he was scared at that point in time.
Really? When Mick Foley goes, I can't, as Mankind goes, I can't be in any shape, but I know a guy who can, and just takes off his shirt, and there's a Cactus Jack shirt. Triple H is like reacting like Satan himself just came down the aisle.
No, I think China stuck her thumb up his butt at that point.
That's it. You're also fucking weird.
The question is not whether he's a good wrestler. Was he an effective heel?
Yes,
exactly. No, he sucked.
You know why?
He's
an effective heel because every smart douchebag hates him.
He fucked corpses. Fuck him. Made the TV.
Does that make
horrible.
Tanahashi number one on this list?
I guess so.
Really, dude. How much horrible TV has been dedicated to fucking Triple H, Johnny? Abysmal TV.
I enjoyed all of it, so...
You enjoy everything, dude. That's like saying you enjoy breathing air, dude.
No, I don't enjoy everything. I just don't bitch about the stuff I don't like.
I will say I also hate DX, by the way, more than any human being on this earth.
Why?
Let's not get into that.
You hate fun?
Yes. Let's move on. I do. I do actually hate fun. I do. It's one of my catchphrases. I dislike fun. Yeah. I actually think that it makes my skin crawl. It's like watching, those moments in Curb Your Enthusiasm where you want to like bury your head.
They're hilarious.
DX was like that for me. Just pure embarrassment. I cannot watch it. Original run.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
No, original run. No.
The original run's fine.
No,
original run's great.
The 2006 stuff is the worst shit ever on TV.
I love it because I love the idea of two middle-aged guys trying to recapture their youth.
Yeah, that was Jimmy Garvin and Michael Hayes in 1992.
And you know what?
And they were heels. They weren't faces.
You know what? And I don't hate that.
Let's move on from this Triple H shite. Jake the Snake Roberts